A couple of weeks ago, I dug out an old Commodore 64 that was in the backyard shed, and I cleaned it up. And today, this is the 1571 disk drive that was with it, that the person who I got it from described it as the tower. And I can hear dust inside of it. So I've never opened one of these up before, but I'm going to do that now. Alright, hold on. There, now it's not on a abrasive surface. Let's open this up, see what we get. Whoa. Pretty dirty. Not as bad as the 64. I'll get the blower, get all the dust out of here. I mean, I'll clean around the edges, but really, unless the circuitry's been water damaged, it should work. I'll get a Q-tip and see what I can do. Just clean in there with a Q-tip. This can be removed, this metal sheathing. So that's not too bad. It's not nearly as bad as what the Commodore was, the Commodore computer. Okay, here is the after I cleaned it under some water and got the cotton swabs in between these grids. It was very dirty inside there, but clearly this can use some more cleaning. But I don't want to spend much more time on it if it doesn't work. I'm going to go test it out. That's the next step. Let's test this puppy out. This is the 1541 cable that came out of the box that was in that shed. It's really not that bad. It's hard to see on camera, but I'm going to go ahead and use it. I'm going to clean off the dirt and go ahead and use it on my test. Okay, I'm going to power on the Commodore 64. Monitor. Now I'm going to power on the 1541 drive. Made a noise, so at least it powered on and the green light's on. Now I'm going to see if it actually works. I got one of my favorite old classic games, Zork 2, right here for the Commodore 64. And I could be endangering losing this media if this thing malfunctions, but I'm going to go ahead and risk it. and go ahead and try loading it. This is the original Commodore 64, or the one that I cleaned up on the last video. Let's see if we can get a directory. Looks like it's working. Makes a kind of a grindy noise. You could probably hear that. So let's run that. Says to wait approximately 1.5 minutes. It is not liking that disk. Alright, I'm gonna power it off because that doesn't sound too good. Disk. Okay, so the 1541 disk drive unfortunately does not function properly, and I've only cleaned the top half of it and a little bit of the circuitry, but I'm going to go ahead and throw in another 1541 disk drive and make sure my Zork still works. And I'll try the same commands here. Load quote star shift 2 comma 8 comma 1 run. This is how it's supposed to sound on a working 1541 drive. And I know this says skip ahead. It says to wait 1.5 minutes, so I'm going to skip the video ahead. That's how I knew that other drive was not working, when it was making all those sounds. Sometimes it makes those sounds at the end, or when it's trying to read a sector or copy protection. Okay, so Zork 2 is loaded, and I can now go ahead and try to finish the game, or try to play the game. And I'm using my restored Commodore 64 from my previous video. But unfortunately, the cleaned up 1541 drive that was in the same box did not survive. So I'll probably have to part it out, or not part it out, but I don't know. I don't think anybody would want this thing, but it's probably repairable, so I'm not crazy enough to throw it out, and I just don't know how to do those types of repairs.